With the release of the recent documents about Kennedy and our outrage about who might have killed our United States President, let us also point our fingers to U.S. President Jimmy Carter and who has silenced one of our greatest presidents over the last 20 years. United States President Jimmy Carter said these words: "Israel treats the Palestinians like animals." That was in 2007. He also wrote a book called Palestine, Peace, Not Apartheid. I did some digging on U.S. President Jimmy Carter and documentation of him visiting the people of Gaza and his incredible, courageous work on behalf of the United States people to showcase the disaster that was happening in Israel, Palestine, when we would not pay attention. Well, I'm happy to say that President Carter still is not dead. He is more alive than ever, along with his words that he has left us. Please take a look to this.
Tragically, the international community largely ignores the cries for help, while the citizens of Gaza are treated more like animals than like human beings. There is no explanation. The responsibility for this terrible human rights crime lies in Jerusalem, in Cairo, in Washington, and in the capitals of Europe, throughout the international community. This abuse must cease. The crimes committed against you must be investigated. The walls must be brought down, and the basic right of freedom must come to you.
So let me ask you this. How is it possible that the Carter Center does not talk about Carter and his work in Palestine? Have they been bought and sold? I question that. I also wonder, how is it possible that a United States president who stood up for the Palestinian people got sabotaged in the media, silenced in the media? I'll give Trump 1 point in all of the work that he has done to say this, that our media is corrupt. It sure is. When our own United States media silences one of our greatest, who stood up against Netanyahu and even said, as long as Netanyahu is in power, there will be no peace. And how right he was.
I don't think that the quotes that I gave earlier, I was a little bit hesitant to do it, but of the allegations against me, I mean, they haven't hurt me. You know, I can take it, and I'm not running for public office, and I have Secret Service protection the rest of my life, so I'm kind of impervious to attack. But
whoa! Did you hear the words from President Carter? He said because he has Secret Service protection, and that because he's not running for a political office, he is free to say these words and feels protected, more importantly, to say these words about Israel. Would he have worried about his life if he didn't have Secret Service protection to speak out against Israel? This is significant. We had a U.S. president say that his life could be endangered if he spoke out against Israel. The people of Palestine, specifically noting Mustafa Barghouti in his article on October 8, 2024 in Al Jazeera, points out that to amplify Carter is to also create a call for Palestine to be free. We stand behind this, and with that, I'm happy to present to you a number of Gazan artists who have created portraits in Carter's honor. Layla Kassab, Basil Amukuzi, Muhammad Aissa, as well as Reem Arkin. So there's this. With Mustafa Barghouti's article about amplifying Carter's legacy, let us all dance and celebrate President Jimmy Carter and amplify his work for peace in Palestine. And there's this. Also honor the Palestinians who are creating beautiful groves of olive trees in President Jimmy Carter's honor. My friends, it is time not only to free Gaza and Palestine, but it is time to free the legacy of U.S. President Jimmy Carter and the kind of leadership that we respect as U.S. citizens. My name is Barbara McVeigh, and as the daughter of the 1981 national strike, I can tell you there is a better way than protesting, screaming with anger. It's time to celebrate the freedom for all of us. Thank you so much for listening.